What's going on, guys? It's your boy Persist or Pad X, Pad Legends X, and today is a very special day in my Puzzle and Dragons. This is my 365th cumulative day playing Puzzle and Dragons. It's crazy how far I've came in a year, and yeah, we're gonna check and see exactly how far we've come in exactly a year. We're gonna sort it by chronological, make sure we're not filtering anything, and we're gonna go all the way from the top to the bottom and see everything we've done and everything we've rolled. Obviously, because I was stupid when I first started playing Pad, I sold a lot of things. The most memorable things I remember selling was I remember selling a Hades, and I could have had a Desfarion by now or something cool, but whatever. You don't win them all, even though you lost your own game. But yeah, we'll get right into it. I have 395 cards. We started it out with the Plesios. I ended up choosing the water starter because why not? Usually I like fire. I play my games fire, but I chose the water starter because I didn't want grass and I didn't want fire. One of my first rolls was in the Shida Misunari. I've thrown him around and I really need to skill him up, but yeah, he's a cool inherit. Two turns of haste along with Wood, Dark, and Heal. Reincarnated Yomi. I got a Yomi, and I remember loving Yomi from my previous game about 3 years ago, maybe. I picked up Pad and I played a little bit, and then I accidentally lost my account, so I didn't play for a few years, and I just got back into it. Yeah. So I remember having a Yomi on my old account. It was probably not even awoken, but I remember liking it, so I ended up keeping it, and I evolved it all the way into Reincarnated Yomi. My first Godfest exclusive was actually a 6-star. It was Dantalion. That's been the face of my Discord account and the face of a lot of my videos for a long time. I used Dantalion forever. He was always so much fun to use. He was a lot of fun to use. Yeah, crazy damage, and his buff got him that shield. So I had 1350 times along with a 51% shield. It's pretty ridiculous. There's a Yamato and a Persephone. I always had a Persephone. I ended up reincarnating it so I could pair it with Dark Athena, and that'll come into play a little bit later. But this was my first Descended drop. I remember I actually have a video of this. I played with an old friend named Joel. We ended up playing it through, and I ended up evolving it all the way because why not? It even has a Tamadra on it. But anyway, I remember rolling my Mitsuki. I remember putting a lot of love into it because it was a very good card, and I when I was done using it as a sub, which I used it as a bind clear sub, I ended up using it as an inherit. It was crazy. Yeah, there's a Sun Quan there. Good delay. I remember rolling a Raphael when Mantastic was talking about how good Raphael was, so I got super hyped. And he's a very, very good inherit. He's a perfect shield. And heal. I have Isis. Never did much with her. I remember getting really excited when I got my Acheki, but I realized it took away water, so I didn't use it for Dark Athena. There's a Blue Odin. There's an Astaroth I recently awoken. I have her insisted on Kush, I'm pretty sure. Satsuke. Awoken Lube. I have Lube. I set it as my second. Like on the teams, I set it as my second team, but I never really used it. So, I never really I wasn't patient enough to farm all the Dioses. I should probably start working on them. There's one right there. I've only fully awoken or fully skilled one. There's an Antares. I put love into him too. Ended up using him as a sub and as an inherit. Here's Shiva. Reincarnated Shiva was the card I used. Obviously, I was using a lot of fire. I used Shiva and Dantalion for a long time. I realized that Shiva was a lot easier than Dantalion was, and I was getting consistent clears with it. So I ended up using Shiva a lot. And yeah, Shiva's where I did beat a lot of my Descended bosses, so that was always interesting. Next here, yeah, Shiva was a leader I used a lot, and it's probably one of my favorite leaders still to this day. I really want it to get a buff. Okay, I'm totally not playing another game right now. Securing. Anyway, okay, don't pay attention to me. Here's a Vishnu. I never really loved it at all. Probably should have loved it, but I never did. Yeah. Okay, I'm not playing anymore. This was a free roll Zangetsu. I thought it was, this was from the same thing as, what is it called? Aizen. This was the same thing as Aizen. I thought it was Aizen, so I kept it. Never really needed it. Here's a Hino. Another super key sub for, my, pad life. I always loved Hino. And I used the 40 times attack to try to raise the second account, even though it never worked. I have some weird card on it because of a more recent leader I'll show you in a few seconds, and I'll show you why it's useful. Go down a little bit, random Tamadras. We have a Kenshin Tamadra. Kenshiro, sorry. Here's a Reiyune, another Godfest exclusive. I ended up max scaling her, and she's been a staple Dark Athena inherit for when I used my Persephone Dark Athena. Let's see. Here's Kuvia. Kuvia's pretty lit. I always used her on my Shiva team, and then when she got her evolution, she was even cooler. And yeah, I max skilled her as soon as I got her. This was when I was starting to beat Arena, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I was beating Arena at this time, but the time Heroine came by the second time I started beating Arena. So anyway, ignore me. Here's my Mitsuki. She's super cool. Kuvia's super cool. Here's my coloring book Calorie. She's interesting. I had two. I sold one because obviously, or no, I probably fused one away for Palegs. But here's a Lakshmi. Lakshmi was I ended up reincarnating her. I never used her at all, and I reincarnated her recently to be used on a team. Here's a Satsuki. I always used her. I started using when I had her for a while, and I had her in her other evolution, but I ended up changing her to this one because it was a better sub for like dark teams. But then I realized it takes away water, so it's not good for Dark Athena. So I used it on Dark Athena for a while for its HP, and I've used it on other dark teams for its HP. Continuing down, I got a Facet. This was my first gemstone, and it's by far my most used gemstone. Yeah, I had it for Shiva, and then I had it for I'm not playing a game. Okay, I had it for Shiva, and then I had it for Dark Athena. So, very useful. There's a few other Diases I've been trying to work on, but haven't put much into. I got a Sakuya, and I never really used her, but I recently reincarnated her, and she's a lot of fun to play. Never really put too much love into her. Ow. But I obviously reincarnated her, so that's cool. Weird inherit that I kind of like. Apollo, feel like it would be a good light sub. I haven't put much love into light cards, as you'll notice. Here's a Verdandi. I had it, and I always waited for the healer evolution. I didn't know about the follow-up attack. I just knew it was gonna be a healer, so I saved it for Kush. There's my first Diao-chan. My Diao-chans are probably one of my favorite things I have in this, because yeah, you can use it for skills, and I actually use a pretty cheesy team. But yeah, I remember Diao-chans being cool, and I ended up rolling one, and I was super happy. Here's a Ranave. Ranave was fun. I played him a little bit. Never really got into him, though. I rolled a Baldin. Baldin's been a very key inherit on quite a few teams. He's just cool in general. I like him. Here is Yomi Dragon. This was my first Monster Point purchase, obviously. And it was no Yomi Dragon. And Yomi Dragon's freaking lit. I need to figure out how to evolve it, but it's awesome. I love him so much. Use him. I've stopped using Yomi because I just really want to evolve it, and I feel like I could use other cards instead. Agni, useless. I have an Indra. Never really did anything with it. I have a Nephthys. Never did anything to her either. Don't know why I reincarnated my Neptune, but I was so happy off of the, what is it called, Minerva hype. I forgot who I paired Minerva with, but I remember pairing Minerva with somebody and using Minerva as a pair a lot. So I was like, oh shit, it's the same thing but water. So let me evolve it, but I never really used it. So that's where that is. Here's a Canna. I rolled a Canna. I was super happy. I ended up darkening it. I mean, darkening isn't a good word, but it's not a real word either. But I ended up using dark, and yeah, because I had dark teams and I didn't really have light teams, and she was a staple sub on Dark Athena. Persephone. This is probably when I started playing Dark Athena. I'm not sure. But there's a Robin Hood. Never really use it. Here's my first Eshamali. She's freaking awesome. I remember max skilling her as soon as I got her from the Monster Point shop because I'm really bad with my Monster Points. And, yeah, she's just super cool. This is when I probably should have started making a, Yomi Dragon team because I had, Yomi Dragon and I had an Akachi, but I never really got into it. Here's a cameo. I would obviously use it as a, gemstone on Yomi. Here's my second Persephone. Never really. I was gonna put love into her, but I just kind of got bored of Dark Athena, so I stopped using it. Again, I not Lynthia, so I was starting to beat more dungeons. I remember rolling in Allura, and that's like the second best card in that collab, so I got super happy. And not only does it have a 7 combo, but it also has a guard break. So it's been very staple on my Kush team, and she's freaking lit. And I put a Sharius on her. I'll show you Sharius later. Here is Valkyrie. She was my first Valkyrie. I ended up getting her all the way up because she also has a guard break and a 7 combo, and she's another staple sub on my Kush team. I just recently max skilled her. I never really put any love into her. And apparently I have 2 improved RCUs for a lot of extra RCU. And, yeah. So, Romeo. I gotta roll Romeo second time around. Romeo's awesome. I love Romeo. Other cards, we got Sakuya, we got Momiji, we got a whole bunch of other cards here. Let me pause it real quick. And, oops, sorry guys. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, 2 Momijis. Momiji was a good, if you evolve it, it's a good, follow-up attack card if you need one. But I don't need it, so I never really put love into her. Here's my Mito. I got a Mito. She has 2 Devil Killers. Never really used her either. She'd be good on Lube. Here's my second Romeo. I have 2 Romeos, and that's awesome because I love Romeo. And I could make a really good Astaroth team, but I never did. Here's a Mel. Never really used her. There's a Beelzebub. And actually, I ended up buying a small pack, and I got my, Maridonalist. I'm just kidding. My Mary. Ouch. I got Mary Donalis, and she's awesome, actually. She's a super cool card. I tried to put love into her. I never really did much with her. I put a lot of love into her. I ended up reincarnating a Lakshmi, a Sunquan, and a few other cards to try to get her to work, but I never really just picked it up with her. Well, let's see here. If we keep going down, we have Andromeda. I ended up putting so much love into Andromeda to try to make her work, but it didn't really work out too well. There's a Pandora. I should have probably done more with it. Leyland. I'm just kidding. Leyland. I want to put love into her. I'm gonna try to work on her. I got a Ganesha. I've never actually used her, but I've heard she's really good for coins and shit. And I need coins, obviously, so I should probably start working on her. Anyway, there's a Durga. Never put love into. A second Akachi, which means I could have a good Yomi team. Here's when I rolled a Kush. And I had a Kush and I didn't evolve. I didn't, like, awaken or reincarnate her for, like, a month after I got her. Just because I was putting so much time into Mary. And I was never really focusing on Kush when I should have. But yeah, she's a very good team. She's one of my best teams, and I don't have any good 7 combo subs for her, but she's a lot of fun. Let's just put it that way. I rolled a second Eshamali. She's freaking awesome. Have both of them inherited on different things. I'm trying to work on a Valkyrie. Grisar. Here's that weird card again. It heals 30% of your max HP. I'll show you that in a second. My first Opharian part. I rolled one time. I got a free roll. I sold it. And then I spent 5 stones. And then I ended up getting Kenshin, which is like one of the best cards in the freaking game. And everybody's like, evolve it into the Firelight one with the crosses and shit, blah, 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 blah. I already have a Dantalion, so I didn't feel like I wanted to do it. So, I ended up getting... Okay, let me choose Bandit. Okay, I ended up putting him in the Awoken form, or like the one that takes evolved guys. And he's super cool. He's a big damage burst, 3 times fire attack, and then fire more likely to appear. It's not slightly, let me put it that way. I'll get 2 to 3 extra fire Skyfall combos when I use it. And he has a 7 combo and a TPA, so he's pretty cool. Keep going down. I'm trying to work on my Yomi, or my Izanami, because it seems useful. I've been working on Izanami and not Izanami. I don't remember. But I'm trying to put work into those. There's my free roll from a collab I forgot about. Bada bada ba, keep going. Monster Hunter came out. I ended up evolving it into the blue one. And I used it to clear Challenge 10 for the September thing with a very helpful person named PBFF Josh, which is the guy who's probably kept me playing this game because I want to be as cool as him. But, yeah, and for my free roll, I got Rathidian, and I never put any stones into Monster Hunter because I just didn't want to. He's a really cool free. He's a delay and mortal poison, so he's cool. Here is Narga. She's pretty cool. I've never used her. Probably should use her, but I never did use her. She'd be good because I have the same subs for Yomi. I could just use it on her. I rolled a Gremory. I was super excited when I got her, but I realized nobody else plays Gremory. I'm so hyped for her new evolution, which should be coming out soon. I feel like I would put it into the one that has the extra... Everybody's going to put it into the one with higher damage, but she already hits 4 to 5 million per card. So I think I'm going to go for the 50% shield. So it's basically like Mirror, but with a higher cap, but you have to use skills. But it's okay because I'll put a Diao-chan. So I could use it every turn. Not 2 Diao-chans, just 1. So I could use it every other turn. Yeah, very confusing. I like Gremory. I rolled a Light Metatron, and I evolved her, and I put absolutely 0 love into her, and I really should put love into her. I should start using my light cards. She has Guard Break. She's pretty cool. I kind of want to like, get back into crosses. They're fun. Here's a Diao-chan. My other Diao-chan, I rolled the second one, and I like screamed, and my mom thought I was dying. Shit was funny. She was over for the weekend. Bada bada bada. Yeah, Che, I think it's awesome. I use my Diao-chans on a team. I'll show you in a second. Super happy about the team. But I actually put a blah blah blah. I put my Ranave on top, and everybody's like, why the hell do you put a Ranave? Just a short cooldown and a short cooldown. It's weird, but if you think about it, this is a jammer and poison remover. So if I need to remove jammers and poisons, I have a pretty fast way to do it. And yeah, it's always good, and it makes 2 hard orbs, and it changes it to wood. And yeah, it's just a fast poison removal and jammer removal, and I like it. I got a Sumire, didn't put any love into her. I rolled a Weechi, and I thought it was gonna be a Godfist exclusive, but it was a Weechi, so I was sad. And then I realized it was something good, and I never really started using her, but I started using her like last week, and she was ridiculous, and she's a lot of fun, and I could hit like 10 million per card. I could just tank through stuff really quickly. And yeah, the 3 orbs or less thing is kind of catching up to me. I also had her as an inherit on Kush for a while before I took her off and started using her as an actual leader. Let's see here. Keep going. Nothing much here, just evolution stuff. Yormengdor, so I see some Cinderellas, nothing important. I'm pretty sure I missed my fire gemstone. I do have a fire gemstone. I never really... Oh wait, do I have the fire gemstone? I remember having 3 gemstones. I forgot which ones I had. Hands of wood. I'm pretty sure it was that one I have. But yeah, there's a second Hino. I got the Hino out of the max skill, max whatever thing, and I was like, shit. It's already scaled out 16 times. I might as well just keep it like this. And so I kept it like that. And he was a small inherit in case I needed another inherit or like a damage thingy. This is where... And I actually rolled one time and I ended up getting Cthulhuga. And he is like the coolest thing I've ever used in my life. I love him to death. 7 combos, 186 times with a 51% shield. He's ridiculous. And I actually use him, I pair him with another leader. And he's awesome. And I put a machine killer on him and stuff. Here's a Neptune. Learned my lesson. Useless stuff. I got an Orochi recently. And I evolved him once. I should put more love into him. Because he's a good delay. But I never really use delays, but I should probably use delays. So, I'll start putting love into Orochi when I can. I pulled a Shari's Roots. This was the same day that we had the Eclipse. And, yeah, he's awesome. I used him as a leader for a little bit. Found out that he wasn't too good, so I put him as an inherent. He's awesome. I really like Shari's Roots. I pulled an Aduna and a Cyber Dragon, or a Beast Cyber Pact, I don't know. Keep going down. And you'll see that I pulled the DQXQ. And I should probably put love in that. I'm telling you, I haven't put any love into my light cards, and I really should. I ended up getting the Fire Erd. And she's an inherit on my Shiva. And she's cool. I like her a lot. She's very interesting. Good. Here's a Citri. Citri, never put any love into her either. Should start putting love. There's a Dios out of nowhere. Capri, Zerog, Infinity, Seraphis. Just a whole bunch of descended drops. There's some P's. I got 7 Zard from the Challenge 10 thing. I have no idea what it is, but it looks sexy, so I'm keeping it. Extra lane slot to Madra. Pretty cool. And here's why I started rolling in the collab. We're actually pretty close to the end. I started rolling in the collab, and my free roll actually was a Cecil, which is probably my favorite roll out of all of them. Maybe second, but probably my favorite. Because Light Dark can heal and removing ore blocks, along with a team HP boost and like a TP, like relevant awakenings, no annoying rows, nothing like that. Very good for combo teams. And it also has a damage void piecer, which I've never had to use except for the one time I played the Final Fantasy 3 plaything, and I ended up destroying the boss with it. But other than that, I haven't used it at all. I have an Ashamali on him. Insane stats, 6,600 HP. A lot of fun. There's my Moogle. Let's see. Where's the boss drop we got? I never really used it. But hey, it has 4 resistance skill binds, so it's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Go back to the place I ended up rolling. If you guys watched that video, you guys should definitely go watch it. I got a Titus, which is pretty cool. I got a Yishatola, which everybody's telling me to put love into, so I'll put love into her. Onion Knight, and then I rolled a Prompto. He's pretty cool. And then I rolled Lightning, and I was super happy about that. Lightning's awesome. He's awesome in pixel form. 3 skill boosts, extend time, resistance skill binds, enhanced TBH, and the damage void. As long as adding 2 combos for 1 turn in the roll light. And I ended up putting Raphael on him. And then I got Renoa. Keep going down, and I rolled 5 more turn things, and I got a Cloud, which is ridiculous. I love Cloud. Cloud's also cool. I haven't put too much love into him. Everybody says he's super good. Keep going, and if you keep going down, they're starting to get P's, annoying stuff like that. And, Dragon Zombie. And then last but not least, my last thing I rolled earlier today. I spent 5 stones, and I got a fucking Noctis. And I already have him 99, max skill, all that stuff. I didn't pixel it, because I didn't want to. He's in this combo form. And I tried beating Arena, and I got stopped by a preemptive. Like, I made it through, what was that? I made it through Pravarti. I was pairing this Noctis with the, Pixel Noctis. And we made it through Pravarti. We made it through all that crap. And then, I ended up dying because, after I got the, Gravity from Grisar. And then I killed Grisar. And then I got hit with the Dios preemptive. So I died. Long story short, hard dungeon. Almost beat it with Noctis first try. He's awesome. I love him. And yeah, that's the last thing I've done. That's why I have 0 stones. Hope you guys... Oh, wait, we're not done yet. Ha! We still have to show you all my teams. We'll go all the way to the front. Starting with the front, we have what was supposed to be my Zeus Diaz team. I traded my Diaz out for a Cthulhu so I could get more friends for her. Yeah. This was supposed to be my Zeus Diaz, if you guys can imagine if we could find him. Or Lube team. There you go. See Lube, 3 Diaz's in the Tengu. Second leader I set as my Cecil so I could get more Cecil friends. I'm probably going to end up setting it as Noctis now. So I could get more Noctis friends. Sakuya, double Diao-chan, blah blah blah. Pretty cool. Kush, Allura. Here's my Oichi team. Oichi, I have Oichi, Verdandi, Kusanada Hime, Awoken Lube, and a Romeo. So obviously a very good setup. Lots of orbs. Here's my Kusanada Hime team. I have Kusanada Hime, Verdandi, my Fire Valkyrie. I just recently put a Lightning on here. I forgot what I had before. And an Allura. I'm obviously missing the Dark. I'm pretty sure I had a Yomi on here before. But I don't remember. I should probably just fix it now. I'm pretty sure I probably had a Diao-chan on here. This looks about right for my team. This is the team I use the most. I actually pair this with Anubis, and I get a 330.75 times and a 25% damage shield when I hit 7, 8, or 9, or 10 combos. And Cthulhu is awesome because it has a lot of that in the shield. I use Cecil for the board change, Yomi for the time extend, and double Diao-chans. So I can actually use my double Diao-chans because this is the only team I could use it on. Here's my married team. I obviously put love. I used to have a Lakshmi here. I recently replaced it with that because I had to put love into it. But yeah, I ended up max skilling these 3 cards all for her, and I've never really used Mary that much, so that kind of stinks. Here's my Noctis team. Used to be my Dark Athena team. I paired Persephone with a whole bunch of subs and Dark Athena. Here's Gremory. Gremory's pretty cool. I've tried using her. I have a Diao-chan, so I could use a skill every other turn and get extra damage. And here's my last team. Here's my Cthulhu team. This went from a Dantalion to a Shiva to a Cthulhu. And, yeah. Cthulhu is just a pretty cool leader in general. I have a Dantalion inherited. I have Yamato, which I still have to max skill with a Baldwin inherited. I have a Hino with Thissing inherited because the leader skill asks for 50% or more HP. And if I use this skill and I'm below 50 and above 20, I'll obviously get that extra damage boost, so I obviously need it. So it heals a little bit of HP and that turns jammers into fire. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Here's my Kenshin. I have a Leyland inherited on. And here's my Shiva, and I have an Erd inherited. So I have everything's on color. It's a very cool team. I beat Arena 1 with it a few times. And I almost made it to Arena. I almost beat Arena 2, but I got Vishnu. So I just quit. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever the hell this was. If you did, and you love Pad, leave that like down below. I'm proud that I was able to make it 365 days and still want to play this game 24/7. I'm always using my stamina. I'm always doing stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. This game is awesome. I've put a lot of time into it, and it's a lot of fun. I need to evolve my freaking Yomi, so somebody tell me how to get this damn hair dragon, because Arena 3 seems like a pain in the ass. See you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.